Today is tough, and it's okay to admit that. The world is not always kind. Opportunities slip through your fingers. Dreams seem distant. The people around you may doubt you, or worse, the voice of doubt lives inside your own mind. But here's the truth. It is precisely in these moments, when the path is unclear and the heart is heavy, that you discover the depth of your own resilience. Life doesn't hand out comfort. It doesn't offer neat packages labeled success or happiness. It asks you to show up anyway. It asks you to stand when your knees tremble, to speak when fear silences you, to act when uncertainty clouds your vision. There is immense power in choosing courage, even when the world seems to conspire against you. Feeling overwhelmed is not a weakness. Feeling small in the face of adversity is not failure. These emotions are proof that you are alive, that you care deeply, that you are invested in something meaningful. Tough days are the forge in which character is tempered. The pressure of difficulty shapes your determination, sharpens your instincts, and reveals the fire that burns quietly inside you. Remember, the people who have changed the world were not immune to struggle. They failed repeatedly. They faced rejection, humiliation, and despair. Yet they persisted. They embraced the discomfort of being misunderstood, the uncertainty of taking the first step, and the loneliness of walking a path no one else could see. What separates those who succeed from those who give up is not luck, it is the willingness to endure, to learn, and to act despite fear. So today, when everything feels heavy, take a breath. Feel the weight, but do not let it define you. Remind yourself that the storm does not last forever, and neither will this moment of doubt. Each small action, every tiny choice to continue moving forward, is a victory. Each time you rise after a setback, you claim a little more of your power. You are stronger than your hardest day, braver than your most private fears, wiser than the doubts that try to quiet your voice. And even when the journey feels impossible, even when the world seems determined to break you, you have within you the capacity to persist, to grow, and to rise. So embrace the difficulty. Lean into the challenge. Let the hardness of today ignite the strength of tomorrow. This is your moment to choose courage, to choose hope, and to choose yourself. Because tough days are not the end of the story. They are the beginning of transformation. And when you look back one day, you will realize that it was exactly these moments, when life was hardest, that shaped you into someone unstoppable. Today is tough. There's no way around it. You wake up, and life already feels heavier than yesterday. Things don't go as planned. People doubt you. Opportunities vanish. But let me tell you something very simple. This is exactly how the path to success begins. The tougher it is, the more important it becomes to keep moving forward. If everything were easy, everyone would be rich, successful, and happy. Life doesn't work like that. It will challenge you, it will test you, it will push you to your limits, and the truth is, it is supposed to. If you are not failing, if you are not struggling, then maybe you are not trying hard enough. The people who achieve greatness are not born lucky. They are born stubborn, resilient, and willing to learn from every failure. Failures will come. Big failures, small failures, public failures, private failures, and they will hurt. They will make you question yourself. They will make you want to give up. But here's the thing. Those failures are not your enemies. They are your teachers. Every rejection, every setback, every disappointment is a lesson in disguise. It is the universe telling you to grow, to adapt, and to find a better way. When today is tough, remember, your attitude matters more than your circumstances. You cannot control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to complain, or you can choose to act. You can blame others, or you can blame no one and take responsibility. The choice is yours, and it defines the person you will become. It is also important to dream bigger than your fear. When the world tells you you can't, you say, watch me. When doors close, you build a window. When people laugh at your ideas, you keep moving, because you know that the vision in your heart is worth the struggle. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is taking action in spite of it. The truth is, success is not about avoiding difficulties. It is about facing them again and again with energy, persistence, and creativity. It is about finding solutions when the problem seems impossible. It is about staying curious, staying hungry, and never settling for what is easy. So today may be tough, tomorrow may be tougher, but every challenge you face is an opportunity to become stronger, wiser, and more prepared. Don't be afraid to fail. Don't be afraid to start over. Don't be afraid to stand out when others stay comfortable. The path is hard, yes, but that is exactly what makes the journey worthwhile. In the end, it is the people who keep going when everything is against them. The people who laugh, learn, and keep innovating who will change the world. Tough days are not the end of your story. They are the first chapter of the story you will one day tell with pride. The story of resilience, courage, and relentless pursuit of your dreams. So, today, embrace the difficulty. Take the small step, learn from the mistake, and remember, if you survive the tough days, the future will be yours. Tough days are the beginning of growth. Adversity is not a signal to quit. It is the first step toward building resilience. Challenges test your limits, sharpen your skills, and reveal your inner strength. Every difficulty is a chance to grow. Failures are lessons, not defeats. Rejection, mistakes, and setbacks are inevitable. Instead of fearing them, treat them as teachers. Each failure shows you what doesn't work and guides you toward what will. The more you fail, the closer you get to success. Attitude matters more than circumstances. You cannot control every situation, but you can control how you respond. Choosing action over complaint, responsibility over blame, and courage over fear determines your trajectory more than luck ever will. Dream bigger than your fear. Fear is natural, but it should never stop you. When the world says you can't, your vision and determination should say, watch me. Bold dreams require bold action, even when the odds seem impossible.
Persistence and adaptability create success.
Success is not about avoiding obstacles. It's about facing them with creativity, persistence, and learning. Keep innovating, keep moving, and keep believing. The toughest moments are often the moments that shape your future greatness. Tough days are not a sign that you are failing. They are proof that you are alive, that you are trying, that you are reaching beyond your comfort zone. When the world feels heavy and nothing seems to go your way, it is tempting to give up, to tell yourself that this is impossible, that you are not capable. But the truth is, every great achievement, every story of success begins with struggle. The challenges you face today are shaping the person you are becoming tomorrow. Life does not reward those who avoid difficulty. It rewards those who learn to navigate it, who rise despite it, and who persist when the easy path tempts them to surrender. When you face obstacles, you discover your limits. You find out how much pressure you can take, how much energy you can summon, and how deep your resilience runs. It is easy to feel small in the face of problems, to feel powerless, but that sense of vulnerability is precisely the starting point of growth. Every setback is a test of your determination. Every delay, every closed door, and every failure forces you to think differently, to adapt, and to innovate. These moments stretch you. They challenge your thinking and push you to develop skills, patience, and strength that you would never have discovered if life had been easy. Most people fear the hard days because they equate difficulty with defeat. They think that if something is hard, it must mean they are not good enough, not capable enough, or not deserving. But the reality is that the hardest moments are where the most important transformations occur. When you push through resistance, when you take steps forward, even while your confidence shakes, you are building something much greater than temporary success. You are building character. You are cultivating a mindset that can endure failure, embrace challenges, and see opportunities where others see obstacles. It is also important to remember that progress is rarely linear. Tough days often come in streaks, in clusters, when it feels like nothing will ever change. In these moments, it is easy to compare yourself to others, to feel that everyone else is moving faster, achieving more, or living an easier life. But comparisons are distractions. What matters is your journey, your persistence, and your commitment to moving forward one step at a time. Each small action, no matter how insignificant it seems in the moment, adds up. Over time, the accumulation of effort and resilience transforms difficulty into achievement and struggle into opportunity. Facing tough days requires a conscious choice to keep moving. It requires courage to continue when fear whispers that it is hopeless. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is acting in spite of it. When you decide to face the hard day with determination, you take control of your future. You tell the world and yourself that setbacks will not define you. You discover reserves of creativity, problem solving, and perseverance that are only revealed under pressure. Tough days force you to find solutions, to innovate, to become resourceful. They shape your thinking in ways that smooth, easy days never can. It is also worth noticing that tough days are temporary. They may feel endless in the moment, but every challenge, every problem, every failure has a shelf life. You will get through it, and when you do, you will carry forward lessons that are impossible to learn without the experience. You will emerge more capable, more confident, and more prepared for the next challenge. Life is a cycle of ups and downs, of tests and victories. The difficult days are just as essential as the good ones because they teach you how to value success, appreciate progress, and recognize your own strength. The people who achieve greatness do not have a perfect path. They do not avoid difficulties or wake up to easy days every morning. They experience setbacks, disappointments, and failures, just like anyone else. What sets them apart is that they understand the purpose of struggle. They use tough days as fuel, as a way to refine their vision, sharpen their skills, and strengthen their resolve. They keep moving forward, no matter how steep the climb, knowing that every step through adversity brings them closer to their goals. So when today feels heavy, when obstacles seem insurmountable, when failure appears inevitable, remember that this is the foundation of growth. Your ability to endure, to learn, and to persist in the face of difficulty is what will carry you farther than talent, luck, or comfort ever could. Tough days are not your enemy. They are the proving ground, the crucible in which your potential is forged. Every struggle you face is an opportunity to discover how strong, capable, and resilient you truly are, and to prepare yourself for the success that is waiting just beyond the challenge. Failures are not the end of your journey, they are the lessons that guide it. Every mistake you make, every setback you encounter, every rejection you experience is a message from life, an invitation to learn, adapt, and improve. Many people fear failure because they see it as proof of inadequacy. But the truth is, failure is proof that you are trying. It is evidence that you are pushing boundaries, taking risks, and stepping out of your comfort zone. Without failure, there is no growth, no innovation, no path toward achieving something extraordinary. When you fail, it can feel crushing. You may feel embarrassed, disappointed, or even hopeless. People may question your choices, and you may question yourself. But instead of allowing failure to define you, choose to see it as a teacher. Every failure carries within it the seeds of understanding. Each mistake reveals something important about your strategy, your approach, or your mindset. It shows you what does not work so that you can focus on what does. Every rejection is an opportunity to refine your ideas, to strengthen your skills, and to prepare yourself for the next attempt. The most successful people in history are not those who avoided failure, they are those who embraced it. They failed openly, repeatedly, and unapologetically, learning from each misstep and using it as a stepping stone to success. They understand that failure is temporary and optional only if you allow it to stop you. Every time you encounter a roadblock, you have a choice. You can either quit and let failure define your story, or you can analyze, adapt, and move forward with new knowledge and experience. Choosing the latter is what separates those who succeed from those who give up. Failure also teaches humility. It reminds you that no matter how confident, talented, or prepared you are, life will challenge you. This humility is not weakness. It is a strength that keeps you grounded, open-minded, and ready to learn from every situation. It allows you to accept criticism, take advice, and recognize that growth is continuous. When you embrace failure as a natural part of the journey, you release the fear that paralyzes so many people. Fear of failure becomes fear of stagnation instead, motivating you to keep moving, experimenting, and taking calculated risks. It is important to remember that failure is rarely permanent. A failed project, a lost opportunity, or a rejected idea does not define your potential. The knowledge, resilience, and experience gained through failure are permanent. They stay with you, strengthen you, and prepare you for greater challenges ahead. The setbacks you face today are the preparation for the breakthroughs of tomorrow. Each failed attempt is a rehearsal for eventual success. Every lesson learned through struggle is a tool you can use to climb higher, achieve more, and accomplish what once seemed impossible. Another crucial aspect of failure is the perspective it provides. When everything goes smoothly, it is easy to become complacent, overconfident, or disconnected from reality. But when you fail, you gain clarity. You see where your weaknesses lie, where improvement is necessary, and where your efforts should be focused. Failure exposes the truth about your plans, your skills, and your mindset. It allows you to recalibrate, to refine your goals, and to approach challenges with a sharper, more informed strategy. Learning to embrace failure requires patience, persistence, and courage. It requires you to trust that setbacks are temporary, that your efforts matter, and that your vision is worth the struggle. You will need to confront discomfort, resist the urge to give up, and maintain faith in your abilities, even when progress is slow or invisible. Every step forward after a failure, no matter how small, is proof of your resilience and commitment. It is a declaration that you refuse to be defeated by temporary circumstances, and that you are willing to endure the discomfort necessary to achieve greatness. Ultimately, failure is not your enemy, it is your ally. It shapes your character, sharpens your skills, and teaches lessons that success alone could never provide. It gives you the experience to navigate future challenges with confidence and wisdom. When you stop fearing failure and start embracing it as an essential part of the journey, you unlock the power to persevere through any obstacle, innovate beyond limitations, and achieve goals that once seemed unattainable. Failure is not the opposite of success. It is the foundation on which enduring success is built. Attitude matters more than circumstances, and this is one of the most important truths you can understand on your journey. Life will throw challenges, obstacles, and unexpected setbacks at you, and most of them are beyond your control. People will disappoint you. Situations will go wrong. Markets will crash. Opportunities will vanish. And plans will collapse. If you focus only on what is happening around you, you will feel powerless. You will feel as if life is unfair. And it will be easy to blame the world or the people around you for your misfortune. But what truly determines your success is not the situation you are in. It is the way you respond to it.
Your attitude is the lens through which you see the world. It shapes how you interpret events, how you react to adversity, and how you make decisions when nothing is going as planned. Two people can face the same setback, the same challenge, the same rejection, and yet their outcomes will be completely different because of the mindset they bring to the situation. One person sees failure as the end of the road, as proof of inadequacy, as reason to quit. Another person sees it as an opportunity to learn, as a challenge to overcome, as a signal to adapt and try again. The difference is not in the external world, it is in the internal response, in the attitude that refuses to be defeated, that chooses to move forward despite fear or uncertainty.
Attitude is not something that develops overnight. It is cultivated through repeated choices. Each time you face a setback and decide to take action rather than complain. Each time you encounter criticism and respond with curiosity rather than defensiveness. Each time life tests your patience and you choose persistence over despair. You strengthen your mindset. You become someone who sees opportunity where others see obstacles, someone who recognizes that control over yourself is more powerful than control over circumstances, someone who refuses to be a victim of the external world. One of the most powerful aspects of attitude is its effect on others. When you face challenges with determination, optimism, and calm, you inspire those around you. People are drawn to resilience. People are drawn to energy that refuses to be diminished. Your attitude can turn a team from disheartened to motivated, a community from doubt to belief, and even yourself from despair to clarity. Attitude is contagious, and it has the power to transform situations that seem impossible into opportunities for success. Attitude also allows you to navigate uncertainty. Life is unpredictable, and no amount of planning or preparation can guarantee smooth sailing. Markets change, people change, and circumstances evolve. If your sense of stability relies only on external conditions, you will be constantly shaken. But if your stability is rooted in your own attitude, your ability to respond thoughtfully, adapt quickly, and maintain focus, then no situation can break you. Tough days, failures, and setbacks become temporary challenges rather than permanent barriers, and you gain the freedom to act decisively, even in chaos. Developing the right attitude requires self-awareness. You must recognize when negative thinking or fear is influencing your decisions. You must pause and ask yourself, am I responding based on reality, or am I reacting based on emotion? Am I giving power to circumstances beyond my control, or am I taking responsibility for my own actions? This awareness is what allows you to shift perspective, to choose resilience over despair, to choose learning over blaming, and to choose action over inaction. It is in these moments of choice that attitude becomes your most powerful tool. Finally, remember that attitude is not a fixed trait. It is a skill that can be trained and strengthened. You can practice gratitude in difficult times, maintain optimism when results are slow, and remind yourself daily that challenges are temporary and learning is constant. You can decide to focus on solutions rather than problems, to embrace discomfort as an opportunity, and to trust in your capacity to adapt. Every day, through repeated choices, you reinforce the habit of a strong, positive, resilient attitude, and over time, this habit becomes the foundation of your success, your confidence, and your ability to thrive no matter what circumstances surround. Dreaming bigger than your fear is one of the most important steps toward achieving something extraordinary. Fear is natural. It is part of being human. Fear tells you to be careful, to avoid risk, to stay within the familiar. It whispers that failure will be humiliating, that rejection will be unbearable, that the world is too harsh to venture into unknown territory. But if you let fear dictate your decisions, it will keep you small, it will keep you stuck, and it will prevent you from experiencing the growth and success that lies just beyond your comfort zone. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is choosing to act despite it, to take bold steps even when uncertainty looms, and to embrace challenges when the path forward is unclear. When you dream bigger than your fear, you are choosing to see possibilities that others cannot see. You are envisioning a future that has not yet been written, believing in yourself even when the odds are stacked against you, and committing to a vision that requires persistence, creativity, and resilience. This kind of dreaming requires imagination and audacity. It requires you to challenge the limits imposed by circumstances, people, or even your own self-doubt. It requires the confidence to step into unknown territory, take calculated risks, and risk failure, because you understand that growth and success cannot occur without the willingness to face uncertainty. Fear often exaggerates the consequences of failure, making obstacles appear larger and risks seem insurmountable. When the world tells you you can't, your mind may echo that same message, questioning your ability, your readiness, or your worthiness. But those who succeed are the ones who refuse to listen to these limiting voices. They see obstacles as temporary and solvable, setbacks as lessons rather than final judgments, and criticism as feedback rather than condemnation. By daring to dream beyond fear, they create opportunities where others see only dead ends, solutions where others see impossibilities, and breakthroughs where others see failure. To dream bigger than your fear, you must cultivate a vision that is compelling enough to outweigh the discomfort of stepping into the unknown. Your vision should inspire you to keep moving forward, even when progress is slow, even when setbacks occur, and even when others doubt you. It must be a vision that pulls you with purpose, a goal that makes the struggles feel worth it, and a mission that keeps your determination alive, even on the toughest days. This kind of vision transforms fear from a barrier into a motivator, a challenge into an opportunity, and uncertainty into a canvas for creativity. Taking action in the face of fear is essential. Dreams without action remain fantasies. Every small step you take, even when fear is present, builds momentum, confidence, and clarity. Each attempt, whether successful or not, teaches you something about yourself, your strategy, and the world around you. Courage grows with action. Confidence emerges from persistence. And every time you confront fear directly, you expand the boundaries of what you believe is possible. Another key element is resilience. Dreaming bigger than your fear does not mean you will never encounter setbacks, criticism, or failure. You will, and it is precisely in those moments that your courage will be tested. Resilience allows you to absorb the impact of setbacks, to recover quickly, and to continue pursuing your vision with determination. It is the combination of audacious dreaming and steadfast resilience that propels people to achieve extraordinary results. Fear may always be present, but it will no longer control your choices or limit your potential. Finally, dreaming bigger than your fear requires belief. Not just belief in the dream itself, but belief in your capacity to grow, learn, and succeed. You must trust that challenges are temporary, that mistakes are part of the process, and that persistence will eventually produce results. You must remind yourself daily that fear is a signal that you are pushing boundaries, not a sign to stop. When you choose to act despite fear, to dream boldly, and to pursue your vision relentlessly, you set yourself apart from those who remain confined by doubt. You unlock the potential to create impact, to innovate, and to reach heights that would have been impossible if fear had guided your decisions. Persistence and adaptability are the cornerstones of success, especially when the path is difficult and the world seems to conspire against you. Life is unpredictable, and no amount of planning can guarantee that everything will go smoothly. Obstacles arise, circumstances change, and unexpected challenges test your resolve at every turn. Those who succeed are not those who avoid difficulty, but those who persist despite it and adapt when circumstances demand it. Persistence is the ability to keep moving forward even when results are slow, setbacks occur, or the road ahead appears uncertain. Adaptability is the skill of adjusting your approach, learning from mistakes, and finding new solutions when the old ones fail. Together, they form an unstoppable force that propels ordinary people to achieve extraordinary outcomes. Persistence requires a mindset that refuses to be discouraged by temporary failure or rejection. It is the inner determination to continue working toward your goals even when progress is invisible or the outcome seems uncertain. Every small effort counts, every decision matters, and every action taken despite difficulty adds momentum towards success. People often underestimate the cumulative power of persistence. They focus only on immediate results, expecting instant victories, and when those victories do not come, they quit. But in reality, the difference between success and failure is often not talent or luck. It is the unwavering commitment to keep moving forward, learning and improving with each step, no matter how small. Adaptability is equally essential. Life will rarely unfold exactly as you expect. Plans will fail, markets will shift, opportunities will vanish, and people will behave in ways you cannot predict. Adaptability allows you to respond effectively to change rather than being paralyzed by it. It encourages creativity, flexibility, and problem-solving under pressure. Those who cling rigidly to a single approach may see doors close, but those who adapt find windows of opportunity where others see dead ends. Adaptability transforms obstacles into learning experiences and failures into stepping stones. It allows you to embrace uncertainty and turn challenges into advantages rather than seeing them as threats. Persistence and adaptability work together. Persistence ensures that you do not give up when the first attempt fails. Adaptability ensures that each subsequent attempt is smarter, more informed, and more likely to succeed. One without the other is incomplete. Persistence without adaptability becomes stubbornness, blind to better solutions. Adaptability without persistence becomes inconsistency, unable to see results through to completion. Those who combine both are capable of facing the toughest challenges with confidence, innovation, and resilience. Developing these qualities requires a shift in mindset. You must begin to see setbacks not as defeats, but as opportunities to refine your approach. Every obstacle teaches you something new about yourself, your strategies, and the world around you. Every failure is feedback, not a verdict. By embracing persistence and adaptability, You transform challenges into a laboratory for growth, where experience becomes your teacher and every difficulty is an experiment in learning. Persistence also demands patience. The results of hard work are rarely immediate. Often, success arrives long after the effort has been made, in ways that are unexpected and sometimes unrecognizable at first. Those who give up too soon miss the breakthroughs that were just around the corner. By continuing to work diligently, to practice, to learn, and to adjust, you allow the natural process of growth to unfold, knowing that perseverance is building the foundation for long-term achievement. Adaptability encourages humility and awareness. It requires acknowledging that your first idea may not be perfect, that circumstances can change, and that learning from experience is crucial. It allows you to remain open-minded, flexible, and willing to experiment until you find a solution that works. In a world that is constantly evolving, adaptability is the difference between stagnation and progress, between giving up and thriving.
Ultimately, persistence and adaptability create a feedback loop of growth. Persistence ensures that effort continues even when challenges arise. Adaptability ensures that effort is intelligent, informed, and effective. Together, they allow you to navigate uncertainty, overcome setbacks, and achieve goals that would otherwise seem impossible. Those who master the balance of persistence and adaptability understand that the journey to success is rarely smooth, but with determination, creativity, and resilience, no challenge is insurmountable, and every obstacle becomes a stepping stone toward realizing your vision.
So, today may feel heavy. Today may seem impossible. Today may challenge every ounce of your courage, every fragment of your patience, and every belief you hold about yourself. But remember this, the storms you face are not here to break you. They are here to shape you. Every obstacle, every failure, every fear is a tool, a lesson, and a step toward the person you are meant to become. The world may doubt you, circumstances may challenge you, and moments may seem unbearable, but within you lies a resilience, a vision, and a fire that no difficulty can extinguish. When you look back one day, you will not remember the ease of your path, the comfort of your routine, or the moments when everything went smoothly. You will remember the struggles you overcame, the obstacles you refused to let stop you, the nights you worked when others slept, and the courage you summoned when fear whispered that it was impossible. You will see that the toughest days were the days that built your strength, sharpened your mind, and forged the unshakable belief that you can achieve what others deem unimaginable. So stand tall, keep moving forward, and embrace the challenge. Persist when it feels unbearable. Adapt when the path shifts beneath your feet. Dream bigger than your fear. Learn from every failure. And never forget that the greatest victories are reserved for those who refuse to give up when the world says no, when obstacles loom large, and when the night seems endless. The world is waiting for your courage, your creativity, and your relentless pursuit of greatness. Your story is being written in the moments you choose to rise, act, and persevere. Today is tough, but every step you take through this challenge brings you closer to a future that is extraordinarily powerful and wholly yours. You are stronger than you realize, braver than you feel, and capable of achieving heights that fear could never imagine.